At all?
Meat I don't like. Meat and fish. Oh, I have tried it.
Tell me something about, because when Erna came, she said, will you see Katerina? The thing that she's concerned about is the fact that you don't like to go to school. No. Why don't you like school?
Oh.
Can you say?
No, it's just things are a bit easy for me at school.
They're easy for you? Do you mean you get a bit bored?
And occasionally we have a bit of hard work.
Yes.
And if I can't work it out, I go to the teacher and she says, if you do this and this and this, so and so, and I usually don't understand.
Right. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I feel strange. And I feel confused. That's all I feel, really.
How many teachers do you have at your school?
Who teach me?
Who teach you?
Oh, we only have one.
Only the one, so it's the one teacher. Right. Have you liked going to school before? Then you had another teacher?
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that your problem is to do with this teacher?
Yeah, I think so.
You think it might be?
You like Miss Sanderson, whatever she is called?
Yeah, and I like Miss Franklin.
Yeah, did you like going to school there? Yes.
And also you were in the same class as Hannah, right?
Yes. Did you like going to school there?
Miss Sanderson.
Hannah, you're Hannah. Sorry, yes. You're very good friends. Yeah. And the other thing that Emma told me was that she'd wake up and you would say, oh, you've got a headache, you don't feel well. You don't feel well when you wake up. Tell me about your headaches.
Well, they feel drowsy.
Yes, right, like that. Is there a place in your head that hurts you?
Just here.
Oh. And what's the feeling there? Can you describe it?
Sensation, location, etiology, going to school.
It's like if you write too hard with your hand gets achy.
Yes. That sort of feeling. That's a very good description.
Look at her response to that, isn't it? Great. Good praise. Her praise, I say that's a really good description. And she looks me straight in the eye and nods slowly. That was a really good description. Reassurance is so important.
She also looks like she's getting quite tearful there.
Yeah, well. And also you get the pace of her. She's pace is more than moderate, it's kind of a bit slow. slow, isn't it? Because she's really feeling into it. She's in the feeling world. She's a water creature, isn't she? Elementally, she belongs to the water realm.
Yeah, you took her back down.
Yeah, but she's like that. She came
easily
in
went with you.
so easily.
Yeah.
Yes. So fluidic, so watery. She looks like a water creature the way she's dressed. Slow and watery and considering. It's, you know, she goes right there into her feelings and she comes up with these wonderful metaphors. So naturally. So we're going to get her case. We're going to get her case. We've already got 90% of it. Yeah?
Did you ever suspect that the headaches didn't exist and they were just to get out of school?
I'm sure the headaches exist, but they're not the issue. Yeah, that's what she means, isn't it? They're psychosomatic, as one might say. That's what they are. But then almost everything is psychosomatic, isn't it? Psyche and soma being so wonderfully interrelated. We should say they're a vital disturbance, which expresses as a headache. The headache is not important. What's important is the vital disturbance.
We'll get to me trying to be inventing it completely.
Well, lying, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a headache. No, I haven't really, but you're not going to know that. I just don't want to go to school.
But like you said, it's probably not important.
Oh, she did say 8, like if your hand ached, didn't she? She did
So it was
describe
right
first.
Like you've been writing.
Yeah.
I thought that was great for
Yeah.
her to go to do that.
Is her posture? She's talking about pain, but she's still open, isn't she? And when people talk about pain, they tend to close up, don't you? And I find that really amazing that she's talking about pain, but she's still like this. It seems really.
She's just like this.
I know.
That's a really good point, and maybe it leads somewhat to your thesis, which is that it's a put-on job. Yeah, well, I had taken it as being a symptom that stands for another symptom, that what's important is what's driving it. And in that sense, it's just an indicator. An outer level indicator of an inner level disturbance that we have to understand. And the fact that she's doing this means, I guess, that it's kind of pain at all. Good point. You wouldn't want to rush her, would you? I think that her mum has a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Because she's got that red dynamic energy that belongs to the fiery personality. And here she has this languid, watery daughter who requires lots of space.
I have a friend exactly with this, fiery friend, and the daughter is a Pulsatilla.
Yeah.
And
This is a hard combo.
extraordinary to watch them.
Yeah.
It's really hard for
Yeah,
her.
it's hard for both of them.
Is there anything that is worrying you?
Yeah, I have another friend at school, and she's in my class, and I don't have Hannah in my class, and she goes from friend to friend, and I get left out a lot.
Tears.
And
Now, if any of you can feel the tears in yourselves welling up, can you? Can you go there with her? Me too. Now, let's go back on that, because I talked over a question.
friend, and I get left out a lot, and I worry about that.
How do you feel it?
hard to describe.
Do you any familiar with NLP? Neuro-linguistic programming. It's got some good things in it and some manipulative things in it that I'm not so happy with. But there's some interesting observations and a lot in regard to body posture and the meanings of gestures and things like that. And this looking, I mean, it's obvious really. She's looking. She's not gone to sleep. She's looking, and she's actually looking up. You saw her looking to one side, then looking to the other. She's looking to something up there. And the observations that the NLP analysts made was that when people were doing that, they were looking for an image.
For what?
An image.
Oh, an image?
Yeah. And so what she actually comes back with is an image. It's not like writing and your hand goes stiff. She comes back with this amazing image of what it's like to be left alone. Yeah. So here it is. Took her a while to get there, but it's really worth it.
I feel as though I've been on a bus and somebody's left me in the middle of the road, in the middle of nowhere.
Oh.
That's a very good description.
We're alone in the world.
It's horrible as well.
There's more to the case, but we've run out of time, and this is really what I wanted to. This is the bit I wanted to get to. It's a most wonderful description.
It's like when you're in school and that you go into teams, you have to stand and the people you pick, and you can always left last.
What's amazing is she said a bus, not a car, and the bus
Yes,
would have been full of lots of people, wouldn't
absolutely.
it? Yeah.
It'd be like digging up all those pulsatillas and leaving just one.
Yeah.
So she's quite limp, isn't she, really?
Yes.
Her muscles
Yielding.
are quite
Mm.
limp.
But strong,
Yeah.
they're strong in the wind, they yield,
Mm.
but they're not blown over.
Yeah.
So there's a strength there.
Mm.
So it's
Yeah, I didn't
might
think she was
be
weak.
bendy and flexible, but not powerless. Do you know what I mean? Not
She
with
just
that
wants that
strength.
recognition, didn't she? She wants to be the friend centre.
Mm.
Oh, the shame.
And then when you look at what's deep down, that image, you realise why she needs to do all of that, don't you? Because that's so painful, being left in the middle of the road, in the middle of nowhere. That's a nightmare for anyone, isn't it?
Well, it's a nightmare for Pulsatilla.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, she wouldn't. I don't think she'd have a reaction. I mean, what would her reaction from that to that be? Because what would she cling to if she lived in the middle of nowhere?
She has nobody.
No, nothing.
That's the problem.
So then she would weep.
Well, yeah, possibly.
I
That
know,
would be-
so sorry, it's...
No, it's all right. That would be a very typical Pulsatilla response. Pulsatilla is naturally weeping. You know, Bill was talking about nature Muir. The tears come up to here and then they stop. With Pulsatilla, the tears flood. It's no problem. The tears are out there. And then Pulsatilla learns that when she cries, people notice her because they notice tears. And then it becomes manipulative. So crying is something that gains you something. Well, it ought to. Or something. And certainly Pulsatilla will find somebody who will respond to her tears, and then she'll get something out of it, even if it isn't mother.
So she'll never harden like
No.
She'll always she'll be more and more manipulative. That's a way of
Yes,
crying.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Indeed so.
fascinating. Isn't it really? Very fascinating. Well,
All these different
you
types.
just want to learn it, don't you? And it's hard to learn it, to do it properly, isn't it? Get it like empty.
But if you live with the remedies, so that each time you're studying one, you really get in there and allow it to influence you at an internal level, then you're more likely to recognise it when you meet it. And what seems hard now won't be so hard later.